Hi there. Welcome to episode 51 of Pateo Television. My name is Johan Oldenkamp, and in this episode we will going to talk about Bitcoin, the first and foremost alternative coin. But let us talk first about money. Suppose you want to buy a home, a house or an apartment, and you need money for that, maybe quite a bit of money. And suppose you don't have all this money yourself, what to do? Well, you can go to a bank and you can ask to loan this money. But the big secret, and most people are not aware of this, the bank doesn't need to have this full amount of money. Only 10% is enough for the bank to give you this loan. But to make this complete, you have to sign a document, because you have to sign an IOU. And when you have signed this and have created this debt, then out of this debt, the bank can create the remaining about 90%. This is called fiat money because it has to be approved, but not by the bank, but by you, because it's also known as fiduciary money. You must have confidence that this is real money. And when you do this, when you have this confidence and you sign this document, then the bank can create it. I refer to this kind of money as red money. And be very careful when you accept red money. Because if you do this for a house, then it's called a mortgage. And that's a French word, meaning debt pledge. And why is this name? Well, very simple. When you are not able to pay your monthly installments any longer, then the bank can declare you dead and can seize your property. So as I said before, be very careful to accept red money. Yeah, know the conditions, because it's dangerous money, very dangerous. We all know this. One more payment and it's ours. So what have you been working for when you made all these installments, all these payments? You have been working for the bank. And that's why I refer to it as financial slavery. Yeah, it's invisible, but it's still there because you have to pay every month again. And you have to pay for money that was not even there. The bank created it out of thin air. So it's a very big scam. And that is why everything is going down with the current financial system. Yeah, the inflation, everything becomes worth less. That means the money that we pay with becomes worth less. Yeah, in South America, many countries have an inflation it's going up about 50% or more. So this is huge. And this is a big drama. And if you have saved your whole life some money for your pension, well, then make the calculation. How much money did you actually pay in all those months and all those years? And what do you get in return? Also, this is a scam. And the savings. In the old days, we got some percentage interest. But nowadays, the banks talk about negative interest. And they also use this internally and between the banks. So when you put your money there, you don't get more. No, you have to pay the banks for your money to be stored there. That's the world upside down, isn't it? And that's true for all fiat currencies, like the USA dollar and the euro. So let us move on from fiat currencies to cryptocurrencies. Yeah, there is a lot of differences between these two, but the main thing is the Bitcoin, because that's what we talk about, the Bitcoin is not owned by a single organization. There is no owner of the whole system. Yeah, we are all together owners. And the unique property of Bitcoin compared to fiat currency is the blockchain technology. And the blockchain is actually, the idea of the blockchain was brought forward in 1998. And when it was combined with the Bitcoin, it can be seen as a distributed ledger. So a digital financial register shared by autonomous computers. It's not stored on one or a central computer. No, it's distributed among all kinds of computers in the network, and they all have the same position. No computer is in a higher position or something. And this idea of the blockchain was then used to create the idea of Bitcoin. In 2009, a white paper was released with the title Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. And the author of this white paper was Satoshi Nakamoto. And up till today, we don't know anything about who is behind this name. Is this really a man from Japan? Or is it a group of people? Or is it something else? We don't know. We have no idea. It's a big mystery. But it is not a mystery that it was created, because this was also the one who implemented the first parts of it. So everything is now up and running, and it became a huge success. And the website that you can see on the white paper is still there, bitcoin.org. Yeah, you can visit it and you get more information. So everything is up and running, and it is a huge success. Why was this done? Well, in 2008, there was a big financial crisis. And as a solution to not get into trouble anymore, this was brought forward. Yeah, it will take some time for people to accept this, but it will be accepted. That's at least my understanding. Let us have a look at the rate. This is what you see, is the graph from the start up till present day. Suppose you bought at this moment in the past, so on January the 12th in 2015, you bought a number of Bitcoins. Let's say you bought 10 of them. Then you paid for this 2,200, a little bit over 2,200 USA dollars. And suppose you sold these 10 Bitcoins again, but then almost 3 years later, on December the 11th, 2017, when the price was the highest up till now. If you did this, then you would have cashed more than 170,000 USA dollars, meaning that you made a profit of more than 168,000 USA dollars. This is a period of almost 3 years. So to be precise, 35 months. And if you divide this number by 35, then you get an average income of 4,811 USA dollars each month again. So that is a nice income. Yeah, most people are able to live from this kind of money a month. That means you can live from Bitcoin only, of course, if the prices go really high like this. But it's just an idea, because where does this wealth come from? Yeah, it was created, but you didn't work for it. Yeah, you did two things: you bought and you sold. That's all. But that's a lot of money for two simple actions. And the expectation is that the Bitcoin will go up in the next year, and it has to do with the reward for mining Bitcoin. That's a bit technical to explain here, but in total there will be eventually 21 million Bitcoin. No more, no less. Yeah, at the moment there is way less, about 70 million, 17 to be clear here, and it will take more than 100 years before they will all be mined. But those who mine, they get a reward for it, and the reward is quite high. At the moment, the reward is still what you see here in yellow, 12.5 Bitcoin. So if you mine a block, then you will get about 125,000 USA dollars for that. So that's why there are so many people mining. But the expectation is that in the month of May, this reward will be halved until it becomes 6.25 Bitcoin per block. And then the market will be a little bit more tight, and therefore the price of Bitcoin will probably go up. That's at least the expectation. And that will happen a number of times after that. So this will bring the price of Bitcoin further up and up. Some people say, yeah, but that is not fair because there are not enough Bitcoins for everyone. Yeah, 21 million Bitcoin in total, but we are with 7+ billion people on the planet. So we cannot all own one Bitcoin or more. No, that is true. But you shouldn't think of Bitcoin, you should think of a Satoshi. A Satoshi is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin, meaning that a Satoshi has about the value currently of 1/100th of a dollar cent. And everyone can own 1/100 of a cent at the moment, yeah? So we should think in Satoshis and not in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is indeed very, very expensive. But Satoshis, they are not. So everybody can own Satoshis. And that will be the new stable currency. That is at least my expectation. So let us come back to making money. The example that I just gave is in this fourth quadrant. You buy something when the price is low, and you sell it when the price is high. And that difference is then the money you have made, because you were an investor. You invested your money in something that became more valuable. And that's a good way to make money. Yeah, if you invest it, of course, in the right way. You can also lose money, but you can make also good money if you do it good. Most people are here. They are employee. They work for others, yeah, for their boss. And they get a salary. They have a job, a job. And there are people who are here. They don't have a boss. They work for themselves. They are self-employed. And they send invoices directly to their customers. So here you can say they work for their assets. In this third quadrant, others work for me, meaning you are a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. And your business or your idea, your concept is working for you and generates money because people work in it. And the fourth one, as I started with, then assets work for you. So these are the four quadrants. And what do we see? Well, about 95% of the people are on the left-hand side. They are either employee or self-employed. Well, the money, the earnings, they are on the right-hand side. 95% of the money is earned by either business owners or investors. So if you want to make better money, more money, easier money, then you should be at least also on the right-hand side. That means you should become a business owner and an investor. And the good news for you is I can bring you in contact with an initiative where you become a business owner. And then you will start to make profit. The company that I will connect you with is making profit, and the profit is shared also to you. And you can use this profit to invest. And then you can call it double dipping, because then you start to make double money. So that's a very clever idea, in my opinion. So if you want to have more financial freedom, then contact me and I can give you more information. What will happen next is not very difficult to predict, because this is very rhythmic. Yeah, the trend that we can see here is very clear. On average, 95 years, there is a currency that is used for trading internationally, and with a variance of plus or minus 15 years, then the next currency will step up and take its place. This has happened in the past at least 6 times. That's what you can see here. And we are now here. So the USA dollar is the current world trade currency. For instance, if you want to buy petrol, then you must buy it with the USA dollar. At least that's what is still the situation. But this will end. How soon? Well, I think it will be already next year. I'm recording this video in September 2019. And I think in 2020, we will see that the USA dollar will be replaced by the next one. But the next currency will not be a fiat currency any longer. So the scheme, the scam, the trickery from the banks and the governments is over. Yeah, we no longer want this. We want to have honest currency. And that is why I think Bitcoin will replace the USA dollar as the world trade currency from 2020 on. If you're interested in more on this, then you can go to this website, pateo.nl. It's a multi-language website, multilingual website. And if you go there, then probably your web browser will inform you that it is an unsafe website. Well, that is nonsense. Yeah, of course, there is no S behind the P, but I don't want to pay for that because I think it's just not really useful. Yeah, you don't have to enter any information on this website, so we don't need this. But I assure you that this website is not collecting any information about you. This is a completely clean website, technologically speaking. Yeah, no hidden codes or whatever. So there is no technical risk here, but there is a risk. So the warning is actually at place because visiting this website can irreparably broaden your views. And if you want to keep your current views, then you might better not go onto this website and read all the information there or watch videos like this one, because your eyes might become opened to truths that you have not seen before. Anyway, we're talking about Bitcoin here. So if you want to learn more about Bitcoin, then you click first on English in the menu above. Yeah, so you click here. And next you click on the item in the menu above named Donations. And there you find a link to Bitcoin. And if you click on it, it's a very easy explanation how to open a Bitcoin account. Everybody can do this. Yeah, for only 10 USA dollars, you have a Bitcoin account. Yeah, it's not even you pay for it. That's your own money still. But then you can have some experience with trading in Bitcoin, buying it and selling it, and have some ideas of the rate, how it's going up and down all the time. Of course, the USA dollar is also going up and down, but we are not aware of this because we're inside this bubble, this dollar bubble. But the moment you step out of the bubble, then you see that the rates are actually changing. And with Bitcoin, this is much more clear because every time you buy or sell, you have a different rate. So get used to this because this is the future. If you want to get in contact with me, that is of course possible. Yeah, you can do it through various social media. And for now, I want to end with thanking you for watching this video.